I'm a lawyer in real life. I don't play one on television. You never want a judge to say this to you.
Relying upon you to actually be honest with the court and opposing counsel so that we can deal appropriately with the evidentiary issue. Was any of it being offered for the truth? And you said no. And then you turned around and...
So how did we get to that point? In a sidebar with the state and the defense counsel, the state represented to the judge and defense counsel that they were going to ask the witness questions about a form, a document, but they were not going to elicit any hearsay testimony from the witness. Well, when the state began questioning the witness, they did in fact start to elicit hearsay testimony. The defense objected. They eventually asked for a motion for mistrial. And in trying to explain herself, the judge started addressing Ms. Love, and she was not happy.
The records that DDA Sprinkle produced or obtained after seeing this post. This post can't suffice to prove that that is Justin Cobb's number. This post only explains why DDA Sprinkle got the number and why it was significant to him in this investigation, where his steps and actions are being questioned.
But you know, Judge, we don't get there. I hear what the state's saying, and it's disingenuous, because we don't get to the second step that they're talking about, what records he procured and why he did what he did, unless we go through the hearsay statement that's contained in the portion that I objected to. And the court is accurate. I was there, and I asked for everything that was on the right side, all of the verbiage to be, I said that was hearsay. The state said it was not. It clearly is, because to ask him that specific question, I mean, listen, none of us are obtuse here. It is what it is. I think that the state was disingenuous about it. The state's being very slippery in regards to their response to the court's questions. I think it's willful, and I think a mistrial is appropriate, and I'm asking
I can't figure out what it is. If it's disingenuous, if it is that, I mean, I don't want to malign the prosecutor standing in front of me right now, so I'm not going to say the possible things that it could be, but it is baffling to me that somebody with the number of years of experience that you have, time after time after time, continues to seemingly purposefully hide the ball to the extent you possibly can for as long as you possibly can. And I really don't want to believe that it is purposeful, but honestly, after a certain number of times, you start to wonder how it could be anything but that, unless it is just that you are so unorganized that you are throwing this case together as you try it. And I am sorry to say that, but this case is being made much more difficult for everybody because of the haphazard way in which it is being presented. I'm going to take a recess for a few minutes. I'll have a ruling when I get.
Some very harsh words from the judge to DA Love. I can tell you from my real life experience that it is very demoralizing when a judge talks to you that way and questions your integrity. I can almost guarantee you, DA Love, from her perspective, would say she is being honest, that she is not trying to do anything to misrepresent anything to the judge or to the defense counsel. That's her perspective, but as you can see, the judge is not buying it. After the judge said all those harsh things to DA Love, she came back and she denied the motion for mistrial.
All right, I'm going to deny the motion for mistrial. It's not as if the state couldn't have gotten the testimony in an appropriate way anyway. It's not like the testimony itself is that big of a deal. But I am going to, exclude that statement and just tell the jury to disregard the statement and any testimony that had anything to do with the statement. So let's get Mr.
Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you think this is fair, if you think the judge's comments to DA Love were appropriate, if you think this particular motion for mistrial should have been granted.